Patriots took the field for the first time since winning the Super Bowl last night, but Tom Brady did not play. That allowed rookie Jarrett Stidham to make his case as the quarterback of the future in Foxborough. Meanwhile, Patriots insider Tom Curran speculated that the team could actually look to trade the 42-year-old Brady next offseason. He said the Belichick probably looks at Brady as an expiring asset and adds, quote, Robert Kraft will be able to put his heart aside and make decisions with his head. Everything is on the table right now. Shannon, could you really see the Patriots moving on from Tom Brady?
I could, because Coach Belichick tried to do this a couple of years ago. So they say that, I've never been married, Skip, but they say once you get divorced, it's a lot easier to get divorced the second, third, or fourth time. Once you've tried to move on from a player, it makes it a lot easier to do it again. Even the great Tom Brady, he knows that Coach Belichick tried to move on without him.
And then what happened?
Skip.
Who vetoed that?
Skip,
who's in charge?
Skip,
who has final say? The buck stops on...
Hold on, Skip. Hold on, Jenny. Can you read the question again?
Could you actually see the Patriots moving on?
Okay, that was a question.
No!
It wasn't your turn.
No,
I'm
sorry.
You're not
You're asking me.
You're not.
I thought you were asking me.
Yeah.
I will ask again.
I could, because they've already tried to do it once. Well, Coach Belichick tried to. And I believe Tom Brady won the first round.
Yes.
I do not believe he will win the second round. Coach Belichick, this is what we know about Coach Belichick. He treats guys kind of like college. Basically, you're on a 4 or 5 year plan. And if Coach Belichick, and you always say this, well, what's he going to do? They've already paid him for that. See, you want them to keep Tom Brady based on what he's done. Coach Belichick says, I base everything on what you're going to do. Now, I believe, is it possible? Now, Skip, I've had some issues with Tom Curran. He and I have gone back and forth on social media.
Oh, you have? I didn't know this.
But it has nothing to do with whether or not I think he does a good job. He said some things that I thought was unnecessary. So you know me back in the day, Skip, you know. I'm better now. You know, I've taken some of your...
Oh, this is back in time?
Probably about 4 years ago.
You're better now?
A little bit.
Oh.
You've grown up?
A little bit. Not too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but Skip, this is possible, because what it told me with the contract extension is that when you give normally you get 50%. Whatever this, $100 million, you get $50 million guaranteed. You get 120, you get $60 million guaranteed. Sometimes you get 70%. Skip, Tom Brady basically got 12% of the $70 million extension guaranteed. That's $8 million bucks. So for me, that told me that nah, because they could have easily given Tom Brady $35 million and nobody would have thought twice, because we've heard Tom says he wants to play the 45. Mr. Kraft says that he believes Tommy, that's what he calls him, Tommy can play the 45. The one guy, Skip Bayless, have you ever heard Coach Belichick say, oh, Tom wants to play till he's 45, and I believe he can. Coach Belichick says, we don't talk about next year. We talk about right now. So is it possible? Yes.
Was Coach Belichick right or wrong when he attempted to trade Tom Brady?
We don't know.
We know exactly what happened.
Nope.
He was wrong,
I believe
wrong
Jimmy
again.
G. I believe Jimmy G would have won a Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm sure. Now they got a new Jimmy G. Jarrett Stidham. It's always somebody.
I didn't say that.
Yep. This isn't about what Tom Brady has done. This is about what he keeps doing now. Current tense.
Okay.
If we were having this conversation about any other quarterback in any other circumstance at any other age, it would be preposterous to the point of laughable that we would discuss, should they trade him? Would they trade him? You don't trade Michael Jordan. You don't trade him in his later years in Chicago, and that's the equivalent of what Brady's in right now, in his later years in Chicago. Actually, it is, because Brady is just as dominant right now as Jordan was as he won championships 5 and 6 in Chicago.
4, 5, and 6.
Well, I'm just doing 5 and 6.
Oh, you're just, okay,
I'll just give you those two.
Okay.
So the point is, just to refresh everyone's memory, Tom Brady has played in 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls, and he should have won all 4 of them. He played well enough to win all 4 of them. But just for the record, remember, if we just go back 3 straight Super Bowls, he pulled off the biggest Super Bowl comeback in history against the Atlanta Falcons. You can argue the whys of it, but he pulled it off. A 25-point comeback, and in the fourth quarter and overtime, he threw for 246 yards. Then we go to the next year, and all he did was set the all-time playoff record for passing yards, and it just happened to be in the Super Bowl. 505 yards, and he put up 33 points, and it was not enough because Nick Foles put 40 on Belichick. And then we go to last year. And again, Wade Phillips has been his nemesis throughout his career. He's made it very hard, as did Rex Ryan, on Tom Brady. But all Brady did with the game on the line, mid-fourth quarter, 0-0, was go 4 for 4 for 67 yards and lead them to the game-winning touchdown. So that's 3 straight Super Bowls that he well could have won. And we're talking about trading Tom Brady. Have you seen any decline in Tom Brady? None.
You see what you did?
None.
You see what you did?
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did.
I just ended your argument.
You know,
That's all I did.
All you did was highlight the fourth quarter. Coach Belichick said, I saw the entire game, and you had a 26 QBR. He said, I saw the first 3 quarters of the Atlanta game. I saw Tennessee. I saw Detroit. But you don't want to talk about that. All
Did
you
he
want to
see
do
the Chargers game, or maybe he took that Sunday off?
Oh, not the Chargers. See, but okay.
Maybe no days off is actually 1 day off. Maybe it was the Chargers game.
Why don't you?
He missed it.
So why don't you say for the entirety of the game against the Falcons? Yes, he let it come back. But what happened the first 3 quarters?
What about overtime at Kansas City? You don't think that was hard?
What about those 2 interceptions? Coach Skip, you know how Coach Belichick believes that is his system. You know that. I know that. That's why he feels that he can get guys, a Kyle Van Noy. He says, I don't need to draft a linebacker in the first round. I can take a Kyle Van Noy. I can take a Mike Vrabel. I can take these guys and fit them into my system because they're smart, and I can win with them. He believed the same thing with his offense. Tom Brady is seething, not because he believes Jason Stidham is better than he is. Jarrett Stidham, Skip. He just says, that guy is getting an opportunity. The same opportunity that I got to replace Drew Bledsoe. The same, and so that's what drives these quarterbacks crazy, Skip. That's why they don't want to give up snaps. Because all you do is expose yourself for a guy showing something that he wouldn't be able to show if you were under center. Now, the question was, could I see it happening? Yes, there's a reason why, Skip, they put this contract together the way they did. Because they don't want to be married at the end of the year. Now, they might renew their vows, but at the end of the year, Skip Bayless, you know, and for the meantime, you know, hey, you sleep upstairs, I sleep downstairs.
Okay. So Tom Curran is concluding here that when push comes to shove, that Robert Kraft will put his heart aside and make decisions with his head. I do not disagree with that. But the first thing he's going to have to see is Tom Brady hitting the wall. The first thing he's going to have to see is Father Time putting his arm around Tom and saying, it's time to go home. And we have not seen remotely any evidence of that yet. Did he have some off games? Everybody has off games last year. I can show you every quarterback had some down games.
My homeboy didn't.
Oh, stop it.
My homeboy did not.
It's the Rams, he was a turnover machine.
The man had almost 500 yards.
Okay, but how many times did he turn over? 4 times in that game? 5 times?
But who's counting?
Yeah, who's counting?
Like you tell me who's counting.
Thank you. Who is counting? So the point is, Robert Kraft will sit back with his son, Jonathan, and they just watch it unfold. But they're going into the year as the Super Bowl favorite. Las Vegas is seeing no decline in number 12. They're saying they're still favored. Is that just because of Bill Belichick and his defense? I think not. It's because of Tom Brady. No. Because Vegas fears Tom Brady as much as you should.
Let me ask you a question. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, Tom Brady is not there. Where would the Patriots be outside of the top 5 of being favored for the Super Bowl?
Who's the quarterback?
It doesn't matter. I'm saying Tom Brady's.
Do you want to do Jarrett Stidham?
Jarrett Stidham.
Okay.
Or whomever.
I don't think they could make the playoffs with Jarrett. Want to bet?
You out your mind.
Jarrett Stidham, if you threw him in game 1 and said, figure it out.
Do you see that in the
There's no way.
East.
They would not make the playoffs.
They're the AFC East. They're going to win the division.
Sam Darnold looked pretty good last night.
Oh, so now you Sam Darnold, huh?
They would all, you know what it'd be like? No more Kevin Durant. It'd be like, uh-oh, we got this.
New England's winning that division with or without Tom Brady. So therefore, they're going to make the playoffs.
I would give Buffalo a shot to win the division without Tom Brady. When Jarrett Stidham.
With a 25-year-old Thurman Thomas coming back?
Yeah.
And Jim Kelly?
Well, I just think they got talent. They got Cole Beasley. He's not bad.
See, there you go.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you.
He's not bad. Oh, but you said you was glad Dallas gave up on Cole Beasley.
They upgraded because they got Randall Cobb.
Oh, they upgraded. But hold on. How do you upgrade if a guy's good?
Well, he's put up some numbers.
Yeah.
He's had some good years. So, I'm okay, but whatever. Back to the issue
Question at hand.
Look, another Tom Curran is that all 3 of these guys are now, Brady, Belichick, Kraft, they're all eyeing each other warily as they go about their business with a smile. It's a good line, and maybe some truth to that. But Tom Brady is loving this because this is what he needs. This is what he thrives on. I tried to explain this to you the other day. He doesn't want to get paid like he should get paid.
If you don't mind me,
he's fine with the motivation to have the 6th-round draft pick chip on shoulder.
Okay, let me ask you this. If he was fine with this, why would he go upstairs to have Mr. Kraft to overrule it? Why not just play with that chip on your shoulder and let the chips fall where they may?
What are you talking about?
When he went upstairs...
This is his team. He built this.
No, he didn't.
Not the coach. No, the quarterback built
this. What player did Tom
I told
Brady
you,
have?
I'm giving you 75% of the credit, and I believe Kraft gives him 75%.
I don't believe so.
And Kraft, well, who'd he side with? If he gave Belichick 75%, he would have said, you know what, you're right. Yeah, I've never doubted you on any football decision. Cut him loose.
I just told you, Skip. I said he won the first round. I do not believe he'll win the second round.
When is the second round? Now?
After this year.
After this year?
After this year.
Okay, so what? He's going to get traded?
But hold on. The question was, could you see it happening? I said yes. And I also said, Skip Bayless.
Okay, let's just do the hypothetical. What if Tom Brady once again leads them to the Super Bowl, whether they win or lose?
It ain't happening. I can't see that.
Okay.
I can't even do hypothetical.
Well, you just told me they're going to win the division.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if they win the division, they'll probably pile up enough wins to have home field, maybe throughout the playoffs.
That won't happen.
You don't think so?
But anyway, go ahead, make your point.
Okay. Well, then they're going to go a ways. However many home games they have, they're not going to lose at home. There's no more Ray Lewis, right? There's no more Baltimore Ravens like those Ravens were. So I don't see any threat of them losing a playoff game at home. So if he has a year, let's say they lose the AFC Championship game in Kansas City again,
it's over.
to your point. Okay, that